Alright, welcome back to As the Chakram Turns. I'm Helen.
I'm Bryn, and on today's episode, we're reviewing from Xena, Warrior Princess, Season 3, Episode 5, Gabrielle's Hope.
You say reviewing, but we're just gonna shit on this episode
from
start to finish.
It's just so bad.
So, if any of you are particularly attached to A, this storyline, or B, this episode, you're not gonna want to listen.
Yeah, you can skip.
Or you can listen, and then you can just be... You can let us know how wildly off base we are. That's fine, too.
Yep. Because it starts off with Gabrielle dreaming of Meridian, the woman she killed, that she had no attachment to, she barely had a conversation with, as if they were friends from before. You know, running in a field, hugging each other, and the dagger magically appears in thin air, so she stabs her with it multiple times.
Yeah, just for no reason. Just, dreams don't even work like that.
No!
At least have a reason. I get in the dream, the reason might not be as concrete, but, there's still a reason given. If they had popped up and been you need to kill her for Dayhawk, that would have made sense. There's no sense of Dayhawk in her dreams either, yet no. She was just at the Temple of Dayhawk. Dayhawk's deliverer was there. We just had this big episode about Dayhawk, and it's just not even in her dreams.
The one thing I do have to make mention of this is that after they wake up and we see Xena, who's comforting the... What the hell do you call her right now?
Upset?
Yeah, but she's more than upset.
Traumatized?
Traumatized Gabrielle.
I mean, it's fair to be traumatized.
Yes. I'm okay with her being traumatized. Well, I'm not okay with her being traumatized. I'm not for the trauma. But... she went through a traumatic episode. I get it. But the continuity of where they still had the slash marks from the deliverer on Xena's arm, I was actually impressed by.
Yeah, they're not usually so particularly great at continuity. No. As we were just discussing before we press play, her sword that, is here and not here.
It's magic. And yeah, it's she drove the dagger 3 times into Meridian, and it's not even how she was killed.
She killed her one time, and she was it was just literally in the heat of the moment. You could tell she didn't mean to do it, but also she's acting like she knew this girl
from childhood,
or had a connection with her in some part. We have the DVDs for this, so we should go and see if there's deleted scenes or something to make this make sense, because it doesn't make sense. Gabrielle's behavior through the entire thing doesn't make sense. Some of her behavior while pregnant makes sense because she's pregnant with a demon baby. I get that. Demon baby chemicals going on. I even get the demon baby afterwards protecting the baby spawn thing. I get that line of it. The way she treats Xena.
So angry.
She talks to Xena as though Xena's the stupidest person on the face of the planet.
As though she never had a baby herself.
As though she didn't herself, just demon fire impregnation. She's acting as though this is a normal situation. She's got it all handled.
Yep. There is anger.
I'm sorry. I have a lot of issues with this episode, and I wonder if my main hatred of Gabrielle comes from this episode.
I think it does.
I don't know if it does. I think it because my main thing with Gabrielle is her bard stuff. The annoying stuff is more my thing. This annoys me because it feels like lazy writing. It's they've inserted this really awkward. They call it the rift on the Xena fandom stuff, but it's fabricated. It is you can't have for 1 minute thinking that Xena is going to fix everything and is able to do everything and knows everyone, and then the very next minute suddenly you're questioning every single solitary one of her choices, just simply because. What?
I think this is where we get really upset about this episode, because Gabrielle's entire character, the whole thing that you created Gabrielle to be, you're making her behave not Gabrielle.
I get to some extent, there is like, I think they were trying to do like a Gabrielle's pulling away from Xena kind of thing. And that is very clear in this season, all the way through. But it's really clunky the way they did it. And I kind of hope like this is the last time I see that clunkiness. Because
it hurt the episode.
It did. It hurt the episode. And the episode was just... It was
like, we
already
did not
hurting.
enjoy this.
The episode was already hurting.
Helen and I both don't enjoy the whole pregnancy, using babies and stuff as plot points and shit.
No.
So, we're already annoyed by this.
And yes, this is a situation that comes up later on, but it's for a different reason. Like, when the actress is pregnant, you gotta do something.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But when you're using it as a plot point just because, or just to...
Yeah, it almost seems like they just needed to traumatize Gabrielle more. Like, because Xena's got
this... You could have did it a different way.
I know, and Xena's got this super traumatic history. I think the point was Gabrielle wasn't supposed to have this super traumatic history, so that, like, there's a balancing act, but I feel like this season they thought maybe Gabrielle was too boring, so now we've got to, like, super traumatize her. That's what they did with Perdiccas in the last season. It's the exact same thing. Like, they literally
they did not make him pregnant.
No, but they gave her a husband just so she could lose her virginity, just so the very next morning he gets murdered.
Yes.
And it's to advance Xena's storyline.
Yes. So
this at least is Gabrielle's plot line. Like,
yes.
This is probably the first time they've given her a storyline.
Yes.
That goes all the way through the season.
It's
that
true.
isn't based off of something Xena's done.
Yes.
Which is nice. Like, I like that season 3 is, like, kind of the start where we get away from, like...
Xena's past, and it's all, you know,
like,
all on her.
All the Xena past stuff that we get is almost entirely, like, ancient history shit. It's not... And it's to fill in gaps.
Yes.
I don't know. This episode just made me really angry.
Because even with... So after they go through the forest, one of the things that make me giggle is... They didn't like the gods on this land of Britannia.
I thought the gods were weird in Britannia. And I'm like, okay, like, that's fair. But have you met your Greek gods?
Well, that's what Xena said. She's like, yeah, but there are freaks.
That's true. I mean, that's fair. You do prefer your own brand of freaks, I guess.
You do. And as they fight the banshees, and Xena can't get the timing just right yet, which annoys her. Because she's like, I know I can do this. Give me like 10 more seconds fighting these bitches and I got this.
Yeah.
And Gabrielle's like, no, let's just walk out of here. They're not going to hurt me. Xena, even fueled by her anger at these banshees and not getting that timing and needing to be perfect, still picks Gabrielle.
I know. Which is why when people are like, Xena's hate did this, I'm like, no. No, it didn't. And you know how I know it didn't? Because Callisto's the one trying to tell you that that's what happened. Anyway, I am 10 episodes ahead of myself.
A little bit.
I'm going to be quiet. I'm sorry.
So as the episode progresses along the line, the next thing that caught my attention of a line from Gabrielle, of her naivety, with her saying, all the violence was going to stop with me.
Yeah, I was like, when did that come? Like, that was never a thing, and it's never a thing. I mean, it is a thing, sort of, she touches on in season 4, but this was never a thing.
Yeah.
She just wanted to go right place.
She wanted to right place, she wanted to be a bard, she wanted to travel, she wanted to be with Xena.
And she wanted to tell stories.
Yeah.
Where did that translate into, I was going to be the bringer of peace?
So all I could get from that was that that's, I guess, where they wanted Gabrielle to be, and they weren't doing it through seasons 1 and 2.
I think they just decided.
Or they decided, like, Gabrielle needs to have more of a purpose.
I think she needs to have more of a personality. I do think that they relied really heavily in the first 2 seasons of her just following Xena. Like, looking up to Xena like a big sister, or, well, big sister, quote unquote, lover. But this was a misfire.
Yeah. But Xena handled it perfectly. We were just patting her on the head going, yeah. It's like, I'm not even going to tell you how stupid that sounds.
Yeah.
One person bringing about all the, stopping all violence. Yeah.
Also, she's like, I've never heard this before, but okay, keep talking. It's fine. They're also chased by some knights of the Round Table. They're not called that, but they are knights. They sit at a round table. They address their table as round. I'm almost here. I gotta find them. 5 warriors. What's the name of these guys? They're like
Sacred Heart or something.
Yeah.
I thought I'd written it down too. Because it was a Knights of the Round Table. They had fucking a sword in the stone.
That Xena just like
pulls out.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
it just says heart. It doesn't say much else other than that, but it's just I actually forgot that they were in Britannia at this point.
You did too.
So it made me giggle. And then I was like, right, they're in Britannia, so that makes more sense. It's just, I don't know. There's these little things, and they never come up again. Is this the only time we're in Britannia, too, for the entirety of season?
Season. It's a season of Xena.
Yeah. Excellent speaking.
I think so? Because then we go to Chin?
Yeah, we're in Chin in the very next episode.
Which I am excited for. I did enjoy those. I remember those ones.
Yeah. Anyway, the baby is growing really, really fast, and the Banshees are really happy about it, which doesn't seem to bother Gabrielle that much, but it would absolutely bother me the way it bothered Xena.
Right?
Also, anyway, she has the baby, and the baby continues to grow really fast.
Yep.
Which is fine. So I think this is supposed to have taken place in this span of 24 hours. And this baby is now 2 within that 24 hours.
And has killed.
And has murdered one of the knights because who thinks a baby is going to choke you to death. Although, I have questions. Because,
such as?
How did the baby choke him?
I would imagine as when he held her
Yeah,
in
but
his
how
lap.
did he... Yeah, but then normally you would just throw the baby.
What's a baby? You can't throw a baby.
If a baby was choking me so I couldn't breathe, fucking would. At the very least, I would have dropped it. Because when you can't breathe, your instinct is to go to try to make yourself breathe.
To, like, unclasp the chain.
At the very least. You know, punch the baby in the face if it's using telepathy. Like, come on. How did this baby kill this grown-ass man? And I get, like, it's a magical baby, but even still, okay, you come out and you're like, how do you defend the baby killing the grown-ass man? Like, how do you think, no, it wasn't the baby, it's just the baby in the room? Like, she gets some forgiveness for being completely stupid during this time, because I have had 2 babies, and I understand that for, like, the first 2 months, you're stupid. Okay? You're stupid after
baby
having
brain
that baby.
exists.
You're stupid for the first 3 months before the baby comes out.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, this pregnancy
so she gets some of it, but she's just... I don't know. Like, the protective instincts make sense, but also...
When your best friend that you trusted with your life...
Also, you know how the baby came about.
That too.
It's not like you don't know that this isn't a demon baby. It came about because you murdered somebody and you got fire-fucked. And then, within 24 hours, you have a 2-year-old. You can't just sit there and be like, no, this is definitely a healthy, normal, peaceful baby. I'm fine.
You guys should let me know if you can sense the animosity in her voice that I sense.
I'm gonna get my octopus spider. There we go. There.
It's suitable right now, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and Xena gets a lot of credit from me on this, as she tries so hard to try to reason with Gabrielle as
Yes.
they're fighting the Banshees and fighting
Yes.
the Knights of the Sacred
And
Heart.
also fighting Gabrielle.
And yeah!
Because Gabrielle just takes off.
Yeah, Gabrielle runs away because she knows Xena's coming after her baby.
And then Xena won't stop.
And Xena, because she's relentless.
She is relentless.
Oh, before that all happened, what pissed me off the most about this whole thing. I understand, like, I get being pissed off about Demon Baby and protecting. I do get, but when Gabrielle used the line, "If you were truly my friend."
Yeah, I know. You got really, really mad about that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're truly my friend. You just accept the demon baby.
Yeah.
Mm,
If you were truly my friend, you would. Well, excuse me. No, this is not how this works.
I mean, I just like...
True
yeah,
friends
I don't
tell
know.
you when you're being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
True friends tell you to your face, you're wrong.
It's fun because in like 2 more episodes, we're going to be really mad at Gabrielle
Again.
So... I swear to God, I do love Gabrielle. I just don't love this Gabrielle.
No, this Gabrielle needs to, like, this all needs to be dealt with.
It doesn't get dealt with until next season.
I
mean, it does, but like they do get better after the bittersweet, but also not because it comes up again. Like if they got better and the Dayhawk storyline had stayed simply and entirely on Hercules after that, that would have been tops. But that's not what happened.
Nope, not happened at all. But it was fun to see Xena pull out Excalibur and be like, "Huh, interesting." Put it back and watch the 2 boys go after it. The 2 grown men go after the sword. Right? That made me giggle.
And nobody brought up the fact, like, those dudes just told Gabrielle the story. No one brought up the story.
Yeah, no, it just was, like, tossed aside.
Like, it's a good joke if you never mention it. It's a weird plot hole if you mention it. Get her to pull the sword out of the stone and then never bring it up again. Especially when you told the story to a bard.
Right?
So, like, also... You know what? It's fine. It's Xena. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway,
I hope you guys never expect a linear conversation with us.
It's never gonna happen. Anyway, the episode ends with Gabrielle pretending to kill the baby to get the baby away from Xena, but she just basically Moses the baby. Stuck the baby in a basket, sent it down the river. Yes, this will come back to hurt her later.
Yes.
But, like, that's how the episode ends. Who are we supposed to be sympathetic to this?
I don't know. Because I'm not sympathetic with either... Well, no, I'm on Xena's side on this because...
I'm not even sympathetic with Xena right here because Xena was also very single-minded and never took the time to explain to Gabrielle anything. The way this episode was written was really, really dumb.
But she did try. She was yelling at Gabrielle through the cliffs of everything. She's like, think about what happened. You were on the altar of Dayhawk.
No, but why are you explaining it to her when she's taken off and ran away from you? That's not the time to have this conversation. This conversation gets had during that brief moment of quiet when you got in the temple in the first place before she has the fucking baby. Like, there's just like poor choices all around. But
that's fair.
Mostly in the writer's room.
Yes. So, after Hope and mows it off.
Oh yeah, the baby's name was Hope. Sorry we didn't mention that. It's a dumb name. Sorry for people named Hope. I just didn't like it used in this episode. I don't like the dumb name.
The reason behind it, the whole, I have been given new hope. That's going to be her name. It's Hope because it's like...
I hate the reasoning for the name. I don't hate the name. That's, you can put it that way.
Yeah. So, then there's this little cavern and a sound comes out of it and Xena automatically doesn't believe that Gabrielle threw her baby off a cliff.
She doesn't.
Good reasons.
She doesn't. I think Xena instantly knows.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know where you stashed this baby. I know you didn't throw it down this cliff.
No, because she knows that Gabrielle would have wanted to give her baby a burial. She's not dumb. Like, Xena knows Gabrielle so well, and Gabrielle knows Xena hardly at all at this point, which is frustrating.
Regardless of like how many times she's been told of things and been...
Yeah, that's what's... I think that's what's frustrating for me. Also, especially knowing that it does change over this season quite a bit.
Yes.
But it's frustrating. It's so frustrating to go back and watch the early stuff when you know the later stuff.
Now, here's my question for you.
What?
You, and I know you, but it's taking me years to know you. It doesn't take long to know me. I know that I'm an open book. You just read me.
You overshare a lot.
Yeah. Did it frustrate you personally knowing that you would be able to predict my every fucking movement no matter what happened, and I couldn't do the same to you?
No. No, I like not being predictable. That's fine. I know you don't like being predictable, but like...
Oh, I've accepted it now.
I mean, the other thing is, like, I don't know what I'm doing half the time or why. So, how am I supposed to expect anybody else to? You know? It's not...
Because it's just a thing that I've just had a random thought in my head going, No. She's always been able to know me better than I've known her. I was just curious.
No, it's good.
So then... they go through the cavern and Gabrielle's yelling at her like, just believe me, just believe me, just believe me. Ugh. It's like, if you are trying, you already know their baby's not in this cavern. Yeah, shipped her upstream.
That's what's getting me, right? Like, why would you act like the baby? Why are you trying? She's not going to trust you. Why would she trust you? You already ran away from her. So she are like... And then she, like, acts even more shifty because she knows the baby's not in there. She knows she Moses the baby. So why is she acting like these rats in this cave are her baby? She's making it more suspicious.
Yes.
So she seems credit without evidence. She lets it go. But you know she didn't let it go.
No, because you could actually see it in her eyes, which I really, really think Lucy did so amazing at this because she, like, sheets her story and be like, I just had to check. And, at the end, you can see in her eyes that she's like, this is going to come back and bite us in the ass so fucking hard. Because
and I think if it had, like,
somewhere.
just bitten somebody else's ass, it probably would have been fine. It came back and bit, like, Xena's ass specifically.
Hard. So then they go off and travel together some more.
Yeah.
Like, that's the end of it. I'm just like, okay, as a mother.
None of this makes sense. Yeah, but I think I think the reason why Xena goes with it is because Xena is a mother. And Xena did give away her baby basically the same way.
Yes. But as a mother, would you be able to travel with the person who wanted your baby dead? Regardless if it's a demon baby or not.
I mean, no, circumstances are important.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because
but you don't believe that your baby's a demon because at the end of the episode, she's like, I know you're out there and be good.
First of all, I wouldn't even be in this situation in the first place because I was there and the demon thing happened. I was there.
Your logic would kick in and be like, nope.
I might not have been able to kill it, but I probably would have been able to give it to Xena and send it away.
Yeah. Nope. It came out of me. I'm done with it. I'm not having anything to do with it because I can nope.
I think that's the more unrealistic part of it, too. I don't know. There's a lot of... It's a kid's show, so we can't go at it. And you, like, I didn't necessarily expect him to go deeper into it than that, but, like... It's a kid's show, which I have to remind myself sometimes.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Also, it's from 1998. So, actually 1997. Shit.
So, as much as this whole thing has frustrated, this entire episode frustrated me.
It started off frustrating me by triggering my OCD. So then I had to turn the episode off and we couldn't watch it for a few days. Which was not cool.
That's why there's another episode later on in seasons that we are just skipping.
That was our son, who apparently had 3 chicken nuggets left, just in case anybody wanted to know. Anyway, we're good with it. I give it a solid 5.
Oh, better than me.
Yeah, I'm only giving it a 5 because it does advance the story. And it is important to watch if you've never watched Xena before.
Yes.
Once you've watched it once, don't watch it again.
Oh God, don't watch it again.
Don't watch it again. Like, I think this is literally the second time I've watched this episode. I know I said last time that I don't think I've watched it more than twice, but I barely remembered anything in this episode.
Same?
Which means that I watched it. This had to have been maybe my 3rd time watching it.
That's what I was going to say. I think mine was my 3rd time because I don't...
Because usually when I watch it more than once, I memorize at least parts of it.
Yeah. I know there's stuff going on. I'm like, I don't... Like, oh crap. Because, yeah, I was giving it a 4.5 of how, like, Gabrielle's character was completely gutted through this entire thing.
It kind of sucks, too, because Renee's actually really good.
Yeah.
I feel like the writing is really bad.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad.
The disclaimer of the episode was, despite witnessing the bizarre and somewhat disturbing birth of Gabrielle's hope, no farm animals were harmed during the production of this motion picture.
Our next episode, we are, like we said, going to Chin. It is The Debt, which will be episode 6. Episode 6.
Absolutely. We just did 5.
Yeah, they're numbered weird on my Google, remember?
Right, because they put the Furies last when it's the season premiere, but okay, Google.
Good times.
Oh.
And then, yeah, we got 2 more episodes of solid Xena trauma now. And then we have, like, 3 episodes of ridiculousness.
Which is
needed. Follow-up to the trauma. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. My hope, though, is honestly... I just hope these next episodes are good.
Right? Like, I know very well that I did not watch the 2 that we just finished as often as I watch the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So I do also very much have high expectations going into The Debt and The Debt 2.
It's okay. It's okay. It's Lucy based.
Yeah, which helps.
It does help.
Because it's also about her past and rewriting a wrong past. And I love that.
Yes, I just don't like that they couldn't figure out what to do with Gabrielle.
Yeah, that would have been helpful. That, something. But so tell us your thoughts about the episode. Email us at asthechalkcomturns@gmail.com. At .com, yeah. Just
at .com. We own all the .com.
Find us on our
all
other
the
socials.
.coms. No house, but all the .coms.
So thanks for joining us on our rant. It was just a rant this round.
It was a rant, and it was a half hour long, so I apologize for ranting about this episode.
At least we didn't rant about it for the full hour like we would have with the whole...
Oh my god.
Our old format where we watched and recorded what we were saying. It was so bad.
Alright, with that, we will see you next time, guys. Bye.